I always say this to you guys, at some point, I'm going to hit the stop streaming button forever. Appreciate it. It's weird to say, but the hardest decision I ever made was picking between YouTube and Twitch.
I wonder if it's gonna leak it. I'm not gonna leak his shit because I know why.
It doesn't seem like it should be. Feels like there should have been harder things. There's like breakups. I had to choose.
Guys, why is there two voices?
What college I went to, what job I had, where I moved. Those were scary too, but this feels like I'm giving up the most.
Can we? I'm gonna set it up
because Twitch means a lot to me. I love Twitch. I really do. And before anyone just thinks that the reason I left was because of money, let me sit you down and let me tell you exactly what happened. You see, my partner contract with Twitch ended in November. It actually ended right around when I was in Italy. And during those times, I was talking to Twitch and I was talking to YouTube, as you do. And originally, I was like, I'm just going to chat with YouTube to leverage the deal, to buff my Twitch deal, and then stay with Twitch. Because I'm a Twitch guy. There are people out there who think of Twitch and they think of me. When I think of my own identity, I think of Twitch.
Okay.
And then I started chatting.
Guys, money, yes. Guys, listen, I'll explain this, okay? Guys, I hope you guys understand this, okay? Because this works at the top and at the bottom, okay? For small amounts of money and big amounts, this will always stay true, okay? When it comes to shit like this, it is not about the money. It's what the money means. It's the symbolism of the money, though. If you do something that is valuable, everybody says, yo, dude, that's this value. And the person who's harboring you says, hey, man, you're worth this, and we know that for a fact. We're gonna give you that. And it's right, all the way at the bottom, right? But dude, that's millions right there. Millions, right? But everybody agrees that what you put out, the effort, that's the value it's worth. And they're giving you that, right? It's like, dude, fuck, man. Like, Jesus, man. It's it's the symbolism. And that works for fucking $20 an hour. And that works with $1,000 an hour. That's just how it is, though. That's how it is. It's what it means.
The more I did, the more I realized that YouTube made more sense for me. Like, I love streaming. But what actually makes me the happiest is just making dope shit. Making things that I think are cool. And hopefully some other people out there think they're cool too. Things like Mogul Money. Things like the Christmas album. You know? The kickball tournament. Any of these ideas that take a lot more time and effort than just booting up stream and reacting to something or playing Super Auto Pets or whatever is what makes me happy and I'm proud of. And if I stayed with Twitch, I feel like I can't get into the way the deal was structured is I would have to be grinding hours. Again, I can't get into the details.
Yeah. You want to know why that is? Guys, look at what we said. Grinding hours. Want to know why? Because I told you guys last time. Live content, the way it's being seen, and the way it's doing, it's volume. The companies want because that's what live streaming is. It's volume. Nobody cares about skits or small parts or whatever. They should care, but no, I don't think they care that much about big shows, big things that are lasting for 2 hours, 3 hours. They want fucking blocks. They want bricks.
YouTube offered me more money than Twitch. I'll just say straight up, they offered me more money. And both platforms had me streaming the same amount of hours. That was the original deal.
These guys, they have to choose. They have to do this and that. But I can do both. I can do it all. Easy.
And even then, with the same amount of money, I talked to every single person I knew. My mom, I talked to like all the creators I respect. I talked to Mizkif for advice. Mizkif, I was like, hey, can you give me advice, Mizzy? He's like, what the hell are you talking to me for? I don't know. I called up old friends. I called up Bobby Scar. I talked to everyone I knew because I was at a loss. But I ended up deciding to go with Twitch, which might seem backwards after the news, after what you've probably seen, because that's not what reality is now. And after I decided, the main decision maker, I didn't know what to do after talking to all those people. So I did what I normally do. I flipped a coin. I even recorded the entire thing.
Oh, okay. What else?
I go to YouTube.
Coin flip, okay, coin flip, and then what?
Exciting. And that's because right after the coin flip, I felt a wave of relief, which made me think it was the right decision. And so I was happy with it, and I went to the guys at YouTube, and I said, look,
okay, dude.
I want to hop on a call with you guys because I respect you. I think you guys are doing cool things at YouTube. I really do think that, but I'm going with Twitch. And they fought for me. And I realized in that moment that even though I've been with Twitch for 3+ years, even though people call me the golden boy of Twitch, I've never felt like the golden boy of Twitch. I've never felt particularly loved by Twitch. I love Twitch, but it hasn't been a two-way street. You know, it sounds so selfish, right? Like, I'm making a shit ton of money. A lot of people, I have a lot of fans. Everything's going well. But I feel like a whiny 8-year-old child who just wants some approval from a parent, and I never got that. I never got reached out to after the subathon. Not even like a, hey, you made us the most money anyone has ever made us in a month. Thanks. None of that. I never got anything.
It's tough. Guys, there's stuff.
But I love the culture of Twitch.
That people
But
just
YouTube,
can't leak it though, because it's kind of like
they gave me something
bad.
when I came back. It was like some insane accidental negotiation tactic. They allowed me to stream way less hours a month. And that, maybe you're thinking, are you just trying to, you know, rest, invest, as they say, basically do less work and get more money? But it gives me more time to do cool shit that I'm super excited about.
Yeah,
gives me more time to work on the yard.
Yeah, he's
make a new mogul money show.
Guys, he spoke to me about this chat. It was more about like a fighting to get money allocated for shows and production and whatever, and having stuff to create or whatever. But when it comes down to overall Twitch, I think it's about volume.
I can actually do every single week. And I don't have to go live trying to fill hours so I can make enough money so I can do these cooler ideas. I want to make the biggest Smash tournament in the world. And I'm going to in 2022. I want to have the biggest prize pool, the most entrants ever for Melee and Ultimate.
Okay,
I want
is
to
there
do
anything else interesting in this?
with Twitch because I needed more money to be able to do a cool idea like that. I was like, why am I giving up a month of my life? And so I went to Twitch and I did the same thing that I did with YouTube. I said, hey, I decided on YouTube. What do you think? And no disrespect to the guys I talk to or Twitch as a whole. The guys who I talk to don't get to decide everything.
Okay. Guys, I feel like a lot of things people are saying in chat it's kind of very unreasonable, and I think it kind of sucks because it is what it is though. I don't know.
I was like, why am I giving up a month of my life? And so I went to Twitch.
Guys, 4 minutes left. And
no disrespect to the guys I talk to or Twitch as a whole. The guys who I talk to don't get to decide everything. They are not Twitch. Twitch is a giant multi-thousand employee company.
Smart.
There's
Okay.
18 pipelines they have to go through before they can get
So
that.
he's saying it properly without leaking anything. Yeah, he's right. A lot of people that do the negotiations or whatever, there's things that they just can't do and can't offer because of how big the company is and some of the higher ups or whatever.
You have an idea, it won't be executed for 10 months, and it will look nothing like what you originally thought. I know all this. But it still fucking hurt when they said, we wish you the best.
Damn.
And so although I love Twitch, and I always thought of myself as a Twitch guy, they're not going to help me make the shit I want to make. I don't feel especially liked, respected, wanted. And I also don't want to do something because it's comfortable. The main thing holding me back from YouTube was fear. YouTube's not Facebook, no offense. It's not Mixer. It's fucking YouTube. It's like the biggest website in the world for posting content.
Yeah, it's a good fit, guys. Regardless of anything, chat, guys. He can say he was always himself as a Twitch guy. Guys, he was always the YouTube guy. I said that since the beginning. Even when he was on Twitch and was streaming on Twitch, every time we saw one of his, I said that's a YouTube guy. Just because that's a YouTube guy. That's it. It's not an insult. It's not. I'm not trying to roast him, but he's a YouTube guy. It is what it is.
But it's scary. And I made a pros and cons list, and the one con I had for YouTube is that I'd feel alone. And I'm still scared of that.
I called it a year ago, yeah. You're not wrong.
But it's crazy not to do something just because you're scared. Everything else makes it seem like the right decision. And so if it takes a coin flip in an insane negotiation tactic for me to stop being a pussy, then so be it.
Okay, what else?
Streamer. And I don't even play video games. I don't think they know about that yet, but let's just keep that a secret. I've worked really hard, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, with Otto. We made an extension together that's just trying to make the experience on YouTube better. So all those subs that you had on Twitch are now combined with subs on YouTube.
I think it was the YouTube spy. That's what I said,
the name you can now change it to your Twitch name if you want. The emotes will be exactly
I called him a
like
YouTube
Twitch
spy.
emotes.
I was
want to make
right.
it as seamless as possible.
Dude, I was right all
I don't
along,
want to lose
dude.
chat along the way. That's the reason I like streaming. I lose chat, I lose the love I have for streaming. And I promise that extension will only get better, so if you guys haven't already, check it out. It's honestly worth your while. I'll put a lot of time into it. We're going to start adding some cool features like channel points. But it'll be our own custom channel points, so I'll be able to scale the economy because we'll have the whole back end to ourselves. Unbanned forms coming included in the overall package. There's also things I haven't talked about, some secrets and surprises. Maybe you guys will find out.
See, chat, the only problem
but I can promise you one thing. I've been streaming for about...
See, chat, the only problem with this, chat, guys, the only problem with this is that this is good for him. This is good for him, right? But this is really hard for YouTube. This doesn't help YouTube. It helps him a lot, and it's a very good gesture, whatever. But in terms of like how people come to the stream for new viewers, they don't know how to get into that. They don't remember how we used to be because they're new there, right? It's gonna be hard for them to get into it because other streamers don't have it, and there's gonna be a lot of features that they're not used to. It's hard to integrate this. It's why you need to. It's why I said earlier that they need to buy a chunks of people, one here, one there. You guys, it's just never gonna work. But I mean, who am I to
4 years part time?
I'm nobody.
Almost 4 years full time. And I said I'd only stream 5. I'm sorry to say I'm scamming you one more time. I'll be here for at least 6. Anyway, boys, I hope you understand a little bit more. Hopefully you respect the decision. And hopefully you come to hang out on YouTube Gaming. I've always been like a streamer and a YouTuber. Not a lot of streamers can say the same. And that's always going to be the same case. I'm still going to be a streamer. And I'm still going to be a YouTuber. And I'm going to try to make even cooler shit this year.
Interesting.